Ella from KSound.com on set. Look, in this video, we're gonna just go. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna just create something new, be very creative. I have no idea where we're going in terms of how creative we will be, but this is just how it is in music production. You just take something and you just go with it. If you are a music beginner, please feel free to visit the website artofsound.university. There's plenty of videos on there kind of teaching you, and I kind of go a little bit more in depth. You know what I mean? I slow things down and kind of explain things to you. But in this video, hopefully you still are able to gain some knowledge from this. I have a plugin right now. It's an instrument by the name of Serum, and I found the sound. It's like one of their default sounds. It's called Apology, I believe. And we're just gonna kind of go. Let me set a tempo. 2, 3, 4. So probably around 120 is our BPM. And this is Studio 1.3 Professional, by the way. So we're gonna go ahead and set a metronome, a count in, which is 1 bar long. 2, 3, 4. And that's kind of what I want to do. Hopefully it's quantized. Let's double click on that. And let me set my loop range here. So this is about 4 bars long. Let me activate that. Okay, so the third note is probably not where I want it. So we're gonna go ahead and just move that. Oh, no. Let's move that back. There we go. Cool. I like that. The next thing we're gonna go for is some type of drums. Let's go with impact. Now impact is sort of like a drum machine, modeled after the classic MPC, if you ever heard of that. You got your 16 pads. I use the Machine Studio or the MK1 a lot, but we're not going to go that route right now. We're just going to use what we have. So let's visit my presets, if I can say that right. I'm gonna do something pretty cool with that one. 2, 3, 4. All right, so in this case, we're gonna go ahead and bounce everything down in place, but we're gonna first explode the pitches. So let's go ahead and name everything. And this is a very vital part of the process because we want to make sure that we know where everything is. So we're labeling everything right now. And that's my cloud bass right there. And this was my clap. I could have kept the naming convention, but I decided to just make it even more simple. and all of them seem to be highlighted at the moment. Let's get that out of the way. We're gonna unsolo that, and we're gonna just go ahead and bounce everything in place, bounce to new track. Some of them appears to be at the highest transient mark or distorted, but I guarantee you that it don't sound distorted. Basically, we have the wave, the waveform that we can see here is kind of touching the brim of the actual region here, as you can see. But I don't think it sounds bad. I think it's good where it is. So, but all I'm gonna do here is turn them down because they might be a little too loud. And I can go ahead and delete these here. Just delete the entire track. Right. Now for the claves here, what I said I was going to do was something cool, right? So now that they are in wave, and the thing was, I mean, I could have probably did something, worked in the automation lane here for the impact, but I just feel it's easier to just right click here and transpose. Let's see what that sounds like. Maybe two more, like maybe -5. Let's see what that sounds like. Nope, -6. Let's go for -6. Let's see if I do -6 here. So all I did was I like that. So all I did was I just broke the region in half, or split, and basically I have my tools set up here as a smart tool. So depending on where you are within the region, the tool will change. So I'm thinking I like and this is my way of changing, just real quick, the note, or the pitch. Yeah, I like that. I like that a whole lot. And what we're going to do here is, just so it won't sound like it's cut off, and even when you move this here, like, this is what happened. I'm depending on where you are, you can do different things. But what I want to do is draw this line a little bit closer to the transient right here. And all I wanted to do is kind of like cross between the cut. I didn't want to, instead of, I could have did this and just grab this and then move this over, but that's the long route. So it just depends on where you are. So again, here, same thing, just move it down there, and that's because there is some resonance after this last claves hit, right before it hits the next pitch. Yeah, I like that a whole lot better. Yeah. And I could easily just get rid of this. No problem. I can just go ahead and delete that. Cool. You can do whatever you want. It's the same difference. see if we turn this to mono. Now mono makes things a little bit louder because it's coming out of one channel, which is the center. And I'm gonna kind of pan it to the right. And I'm gonna do the same thing for the clap. Turn it into mono so it can hit a little harder. And obviously the same thing for the kick. Yeah, I like that a whole lot better. And one thing that I try to do is watch the meters. I mean, it can affect your workflow, but that's a habit that I have because I'm also a mix engineer. So I tend to watch those things even in the beginning while I'm composing. So I like that. And these extra channels are associated with impact here, which is this channel here, because impact has the option to set different outputs. Like each pad, you can send separate outputs of each pad, which is pretty cool. So right now we have the stereo, and what I could have did even before I went the length of changing these individually, I could have just made these mono instead. You know what I mean? And gave them all a channel to come out of mono instead of stereo. But it's either or. Sometimes I do that, but you know, in a situation, I'm just bouncing down everything and then just, you know. So it's several ways of getting things going. If I wanted control over each pad here, this would be a way to do that instead of doing what you guys see me do and have the audio come out, and then I can change the volume and also give each channel its own effects. You know, effects on each channel if I want to add compressor or reverb or even send or bus to an auxiliary channel or something like that. You know, I do that sometimes, but in this specific video we just kind of doing it this way. So now I want to go for a set of hi-hats. Okay, so we're going to go for those hi-hats. This is located in the Urbanic 2. Alright, and what we're going to do here is activate Studio One note repeat function. If I can remember how to get there. Okay. So down here we want to turn on the note repeat. And the thing that I don't care about is the fact that you won't be able to hear the note repeat function according to the resolution that you have set until you play the song. You know what I mean? Let's try. Sorry, it's routed through this one. And just for the sake of the information I just finished sharing with you guys about routing, let's go ahead and change this to mono 1. Again, it gets louder, and it happens to be over here. Now, for whatever reason, if you change the routing in your situation and you don't see it, all you have to do is go here, go back to the instrument and go to the top, and then turn on the routing, you know, activate it. So for the other ones, I don't need those. We can just go ahead and deactivate that now. So the only thing we should be able to see is the routing that's coming out from this hi-hat currently, which is all I care about at the moment. So that's the only thing we'll see. Okay. So now let's get to the resolution section, which happens to be here. And I have my keys, well, I don't think I have them automated. Yeah. On this computer, I don't have everything automated, so I have to do, you know, stuff like this and kind of change it manually like this. Or I can just paint them in, which is another cool thing. So let's see. Let's do something. You know. So I just did that just to activate a region, or you could just use your paint tool and activate a, you know, it's like putting down a piece of paper before you start drawing. So let's double click on this, and let's go to the part where we should see those hi-hats, which is right here. All right, so let's turn it down some more. Now this also works. You just go and hit your command. I am working from a Mac computer. I'm not sure what it is on the PC, but it's Command Alt or Command Option. So I'm going to take that and delete that, and we're going to change the resolution. You can also change the resolution from here as well. So I'm going to go to 1/8. So I can change it from here, or I can change it down here, or I can hit this here and get those same function. And I think what it did was it moved from here to down here. So now I have a easier, you know, and just click on that, which is, you know, it's pretty cool to have different in several ways to access something. So we're going to go to this here, the hi-hats. Let's see, do I want it? Let's delete that, and let's put some 64s there instead. Yep. Yep. So the idea here is just to make sure that, you know, when you're dealing with hi-hats, you want to make you want to make it sound interesting. You don't want you know sometimes you can get away with doing the same thing over and over, just depending on the vibe of the song. But this is one great way of keeping the listeners interested in the song. And then at some point you want to change this up even more, moving forward into the song. But for just 4 bars, we just keeping it simple, basic, plain right now. Go ahead, clear this. Alright, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. I just wanted to do a quick video showing you guys a quick start as to how you can get things rolling inside of Studio One 3. Alright, this is Ella. Remember, music is art. You're the artist. Paint your picture.